There once lived a great prophet called Jonah,
Ta-da!
He was bold and fearless in his work,
declaring God's judgment on a wicked society.
and turning many people back to God.
Of course, it wasn't always like that.
In fact, far from being a great prophet,
Jonah was a bit of a wally.
Oh.
let's start from the beginning.
There once lived an average, sort of everyday, run-of-the-mill kind of bloke called Jonah.
One day, Jonah was out walking the dog, when suddenly,
A voice came from nowhere,
Jonah,
said the voice.
I have a job for you, Jonah.
Now by this time, Jonah was on his knees,
a little nervous to say the least.
because he knew that voices coming from nowhere while you're out walking the dog could only mean one thing.
Complete blithering madness.
Could only mean one of two things. Complete blithering madness or
The voice of God. Yes, God Almighty, Creator and Lord of the universe, had spoken to Jonah.
Jonah was a little taken aback,
Not least because his dog had dropped dead from the fright.
but he soon got a hold of himself and said,
Ah!
taking this to mean,
Hello, God. It's nice to hear from you.
God continued.
I have an important job for you, Jonah.
He explained.
I want you to go to the city of Nineveh and tell them that if they do not turn from their wickedness within 40 days, I will surely destroy them.
Now Jonah liked to think of himself as a fairly reasonable sort of chap.
And if God had asked him to do anything else, he would have gladly done it. Really, he would.
But Nineveh,
Jonah had heard stories about Nineveh,
and he wasn't about to find out if they were true.
and so, like the faithful servant of the Lord that he was,
He ran away,
to a pleasant little seaside resort called Joppa,
where he boarded a boat and hid below deck.
believing that God would not be able to find him down there.
They didn't call him Mr. Over-Optimistic for nothing.
Soon the ship was at sea, and Jonah was fast asleep.
But he was rudely awakened by a terrified sailor.
Wake up!
He shouted.
There's a terrible storm and we're all going to die!
Jonah sensed that something was wrong
So he ran up on deck.
and found the captain and crew praying to their gods.
Now, Jonah was not an expert at sailing.
But he had a feeling that this was probably not a good sign.
Thankfully, the captain had a plan,
Being a sailor, he had seen a few rainy days in his time.
and he knew that a storm of this strength could only mean one thing.
God was in a bad mood.
So everyone drew lots to find out which of them was to blame.
And Jonah picked the short straw.
I confess!
He shouted.
It was me all along! I disobeyed God, and now he's angry with me. Throw me overboard and save yourselves!
But the sailors weren't sure if that was allowed. But again, Jonah shouted.
Save yourselves! It's me who God is angry with!
The sailors weighed up the pros and cons for a second time and finally said.
Alright.
And so, amidst the rain and the wind, Jonah was hurled into the surging waters.
And was promptly eaten by a rather large fish.
Now, you might think that the inside of a fish would be all smelly and disgusting.
And of course, you'd be right.
But Jonah was made to lie in this fishy prison for 3 whole days.
By the third day, Jonah was feeling a little sorry for himself.
So he decided to pray.
Lord,
He prayed,
it's a fair cop.
I know I shouldn't have run away from you.
And if you spare my life, I'll go straight to Nineveh like you said.
Honest.
And so the Lord commanded the fish,
And it vomited Jonah up on the beach.
putting a great deal of holidaymakers off their sunbathing,
Praising God, Jonah got up.
and had a shower,
Then he set off for Nineveh to give them God's message.
which is really when Jonah's career as a prophet took off.
Because, to his surprise,
The people of Nineveh listened to Jonah and repented.
and so God spared the city from destruction.
Now, we can learn 3 things from this tale. 1,
Never go sailing with an Old Testament prophet.
2,
Always check your fish butty before eating it.
and 3,
Don't bother trying to run away from God.
because he has a habit of catching up with you. The end.